Alright, greetings of peace, folks. Welcome to episode 52 of my gameplay commentary of Final Fantasy XVI. This is yours truly, Bionicanseng Francis Coleman. Odin versus Ifrit. I think that's not fair. You're tired, come on. Come on, he just went of a fight. Come on. It's not
Wild and
fair.
impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
What the heck are you doing?
Try it.
Semi-prime. Oh, damn, he's strong. Against a semi-prime.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Was that Santetsuken?
Joshua!
Shiba.
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry! Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Sometime later. City outskirts. The Ironworks.
Will you be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. Alright?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here.
We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Throwing Miguel into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You got mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake.
My boy! Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Oh. The king wouldn't dare touch Jill Warwick. A Song of Hope.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Oh, we need a new hammer. But first we need to replenish the items.
Clive.
The Lord Commander of
weighing you
Walud.
down.
Rune Blade, huh?
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much.
May sodium bicarbonate na ba?
Hindi pa dumadating kay Ate Joy.
Nakabili ba ng sodium bicarbonate dyan?
Alright, sorry about that, folks. An important question just popped up.
Finished, are you?
So we got some mithril blade. Let's see what Blackthorn
Trouble
can
with your
provide
gear,
for
or
us.
Sangforian, dear.
Rune blade +1.
Should last you a good while. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Should last you a good while. Not my best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do.
We really need to improve because Odin is.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tons of plenty.
We need to practice here in the arcade mode. Who is this guy? Alright, let's save this game, folks. Episode 52, folks, is being brought to you by my YouTube channel, Bionicanseng. What action? However, Odin is really strong, but we will be ready for him the next time. Maybe I have to reset Ramu. Yep. A Song of Hope. The Enterprise is but a final piece for completion. Unfortunately, not even Mid knows what piece might be. Toshi hazards her father did. Clara returns to the house, trace the footsteps of her friend. Let's go and try to talk to some of the Mr. Know-It-All himself.
We all know that bearers have a resilience to the ill effects of ether. But don't you find it strange that there are those who, despite being free of magic's burden, can seemingly pass through a flood without consequence? I asked our luresman how this could be, and he suggested that it might have something to do with bloodlines. Many of the realm's dominants are born to specific families, you see. The Rasfields, the Lesages. So there must be something in those families' blood that provides them with the potential to become vessels for icons. But what about the ones who don't awaken? Could it be that this same potential provides them with something of the same immunity? Your uncle's recent travels with you across the ether-ravaged countryside would certainly suggest so. And yet, what about Gav? Well, in smaller, more isolated populations, bloodlines are less diluted. Hence, Shiva's dominant sometimes awakening in the child of a common northerner. And our scouts not having turned 100 times over.
Let me help. I know my letters. Most of them anyway.
Where are the kids?
The more eyes we have poring over these tomes, the sooner we'll find.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. You wish to study the tomes?
The Ironworks, a fully functioning shipyard nestled within the hollow of a sea grotto on the outskirts of Canberra. The high cliffs and violent tides which surrounds it effectively concealing their footprint. It is here that Meade, along with the other allies from the Hadway, strives in secret to finish work on the Enterprise, a revolutionary high-speed sea vessel. Barnabas Storm, King of Walud and Dominant of Odin, the Warden of Darkness. Though his nation's isolation and ash allows Barnabas to remain aloof from the affairs of Storm, and he has oft elected to do so precisely that, his movements of late would suggest that he has ambitions on the western continent. Sleipnir, Lord Commander of the Kingdom of Walub armies, Sleipnir was known to many as the Constant Knight by reason of exchanging the icy demeanor in his unwavering loyalty to Leech. Bested by Clive Brospill after he and his master slaughtered the guild masters and Republican minister in the Canberran Agora. Federation of While originally part of the Dalmatian, the cities achieved in their independence. Canberra lacks an army and strong and allied city and city guard from mercenaries hired by its merchants. Joshua. Cheryl. Molly. Quinton. Marta. The Undying. Secretive Orderers are the lords of Rosaria from the shadows. They revere the mighty Phoenix and its dominant, and once presided over the rights of an ancestral communion at Phoenix Gate. Few outside no order of exist na among the highest ranking members of Sanibin. To despair, David Rosario reduced to mere imperial province, they continue to serve the rightful keeper of the Flames grave, Joshua. The Lazarus District. Okay, this was the now the home of the Guardians of the Flame. Eastpool. Lost Wing. Well, it's good that there are updates here on the places here. The Canberra City Guard. Mysteries of the Realm. What are the new mysteries of the realm? Ancient mural. What the heck? It depicts the icons arranged in the adoration center figure believed to be Ultima, the god that rules above them all. Echoes. Strange clockwork construct. In the aftermath of Primogenesis, beneath the blackened sky, the image from the ruins at last again now busy wandering the entire box. Damn that Ultima Ballistea Condenarific. Engineering.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Let me help. I know my letters.
Can Bahamut stand already?
Lord Marquis, you seem unwell. I know His Grace has asked that I remain here with your people. But if you were to require my services, I could leave for the Free Cities at once.
Yote is in here. So good. Joshua will be glad, I'm sure of it.
Paul said it was an army of Akashi. What will it be today? How may I help you today? Here's the latest information
The
I
banner,
have.
the free city falls to the merciless march of Palud's Akashic army. Unlike the other hordes of Akashi that have lately plagued the realm, this particular throng appears to obey the orders of the King Barnabas and serve swiftly to devastating effect the people of Canberra. Traveling companions, battle. Barnabas Stormir.
Here you are.
Bested by Barnabas. In Canberra, Clive goes to the Agora in search of survivors, but meets only Snape King Hubbard, Lord Commander of all of the armies, followed by his liege King Barnabas, an encounter in which he is gravely wounded and Jill taken prisoner.
Very good.
Well, I'm surprised that Jill's still alive.
How may I help you today, Clive? Off you go then.
Is that a cock? Dread Comet. The hunters of Tabor speak of a wild chocobo that hunts not only the nearby Badlands, but also their dreams, for it exhibits a ferocity rarely seen in the species, and has stripped more than a dozen of their comrades from gizzard to groin and feasted on their flesh. The bird is far past taming and must need to be put down. Dread Comet, huh? What's up, Otto?
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Like father, like daughter. Alright, there appears to be no movement as of late regarding the side quest. And what about this guy?
Tyre ain't around, eh?
What? Where the heck is Bahamut? That's not Bahamut, right?
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together, or so I was going to suggest. Before he vanished, that is. I suppose now I'll just have to ask Bard.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then
everyone in Port Isolde's in danger.
do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
I thought this is the ship. They did put something here, right? In this ship.
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh, Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Don't be so sure, Clive.
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Alembric's gonna help us make. Just you wait, Sid. Just...
I know this is your hideaway, but you really shouldn't be in here. If Mid caught you rifling through her research, she'd have your head, then mine for letting you.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
Made the doll. I know you like a riddle, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my invention, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus daughter D-Rest, and now it sleeps there in the first. I'm going to have to work on that last round.
Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be?
We've had no
Perhaps Otto might know.
for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
Is it me or Bahamut's gun missing? Prince Dion.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills
Orchestra and the music box? The heck is he doing there? What the heck did he stuck in there? Ah, the kids.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of.
Is that an engine?
Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Well, that's a good advice.
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
I don't feel comfortable, but in moving with the. Yeah, you know my rule. Oh yeah, I really don't go to the main quest before I. However, I don't have the.
Let me help.
I don't have Torgal and Joshua.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
The Southwestern Alliance. Dalmatia and Rosario, an entity formed between Dalmatia and the Duchy of Rosario native, preventing pre-cities of Camper from claiming independence from the Republic. When the Alliance eventually became a three-way Penrose and Breck joined bonds, Rosario remained particularly strong, with Rosario sharing the secrets of vital techniques such as irrigation, the brief blow of various diplomats between the two nations. Zemeckis, a mother crystal that is believed to have stood in an area in the northeastern part of Dalmatia. Legends tell that it was destroyed in the battle between men and gods that living. Oh, okay. It's the back of Killard, the Great Land. The Triunity of 859. Magitech.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Orchestron.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Mid is like, the female version of Tony Stark. And Sid is Howard Stark. Alright, it appears that there are no side quests apart from what's in this. Oh well, Torgal is with us. Okay, that's good. As I've said, folks, when Clive is with Torgal, I'm as focused. What does this guy want, August?
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
worried about him. And you want my advice?
What the
afraid
heck?
so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
Let's go.
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Blackthorn is so passionate and he takes everything personally.
She can't keep this up much longer. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's the problem?
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best visitor before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Well, let's see, where Clive will receive a tongue lashing from Tarja.
Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time.
When it's time.
Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is that?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwan. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Slay a Mittling Port's eye. Alright, let's talk to Blackthorn first. What the hell does he want now? Or maybe we'll just have to go to that try to get that lost wing, the Tears of Mercy before we can go to Blackthorn. Just to but that's euthanasia, huh? Even that that controversial statement or issue is being discussed here in this game. You ready, boy?
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Yeah, we did short work on that.
Hopefully one will be enough.
Well, it's really uncomfortable not that not having Shiba, Jill Warwick.
Cole said it was an
And I think it's by design, the producers of this game would like the player to feel anxious about the absence of Jill Warwick.
Thank goodness you're back. Talia looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Talia's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Talia. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive.
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
You should sleep.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is...
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Well, I stand by my statement that I'm pretty biased with the medieval setting. I really like this setting because I believe this really would um would really help a fantasy game to give emphasis to its fantasy without really much using technology. Oh, wow, so there's another one here? What now, boy?
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right.
Alright, we're near the end of episode 52.
Alright.
Magic.
Where's
So,
the Sultan?
Where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Karava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? and I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Alright. I'm going to talk to another one. Where's the Tabor? Wow. So I thought I was already visited all of the place. It appears that I was wrong again, because it appears that there's a lot up here that still needs to be explored. But before that, I'll try to talk to this guy right here.
He's a surly soaker.
Assuming it's a guy. So far so good, folks. I really don't see, it. Some of the gamers may be complaining about the pace of the game, the side quest, but come on, if they can enjoy Red Dead Redemption, they can enjoy this, the pacing of this game.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why,
are you shitting me?
A notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
This guy really thinks that Morble is just a simple monster. I hate that monster. Marlboro tentacles. Alright, we're near the end of episode 52, folks. Well, the only thing that really happened right now is the fact that Jill Warwick is a prisoner of Odin. That king should better not touch Sheba.
Do you have a name, doggy? I'd call you Torgal, but that one's already taken.
Alright, folks, so I hope you've enjoyed this gameplay, alright?
If it's
We'll
knowledge you seek,
we'll just continue this on episode 53. I think for my first playthrough, I estimate that I'll finish this in episode 70. Alright, folks, thank you everyone. God bless you all and stay safe out there, folks.